Have you ever seen something that made you feel really old? Well, I've been seeing a lot of something lately, namely gray hairs. So it's time for real talk, folks. Everybody ages, everyone gets old, whatever your definition of old may be, but none of us really wants to face it. 9 times out of 10, we like to deny it. We like to pretend it's just not happening, it's all in our head. But inevitably, age comes for us all. And for some, it's sooner than others. For example, I am only 28 years old, not even 30 yet. I'm not talking about 30 yet, I don't want to go there. And I already have quite a few gray hairs. I first noticed that I had some gray hairs whenever I was pregnant with my oldest son, Levi, and I hadn't noticed any before that. So I kind of just thought, well, maybe the pregnancy is what made me get the gray hairs. I don't know, maybe it put a lot of strain on my body or something. I don't know. So I found 1 or 2 when I was pregnant with him. 2 years later, when I was pregnant with my second son, Zion, I noticed a couple more. And now that I'm on baby number 3, they just are multiplying like rabbits. And they are all in one location for some reason. They're all just like right here. I'll include a close-up so you can see them in all their shining glory. And again, I don't really know why I'm starting to get so many. Maybe it's genetics, maybe it's the strain of pregnancy, maybe it's the fact that I have 3 boys. It's probably the last one. But now I am at a crossroads and I have to make a decision. Do I remain in denial that I'm growing older and buy some hair dye? Or do I just let the gray shine? Because goodness knows they do. But I'm like, I'm not even 30 yet. Should I have this many gray hairs? Like, it's just not right. Why is this happening? Boys. And it's not everyone that has obvious gray hairs. Blondes have it so easy. Like, their hair's already light, so whenever they get grays, you can't even tell. They just blend in. But alas, I have darker hair, and in darker hair, it tends to become a little bit more obvious. We are not as blessed as the blondes. Ashton. So ours tend to poke out a little bit more, a little bit faster. But I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this issue? Have you noticed yourself having more gray hair since having children? Do you think it's because you have children? Or do you think it's just genetics and age and life? So if you were me, what would you do? Would you go out and buy yourself a box dye and just call it quits? Or would you just be proud of your gray hairs? And this brings up a whole other issue. I am by no means condoning vanity. But there are some things that you just would like to delay a little bit, and for me, turning gray is one of them. I would rather not look like a grandmother at 28. I absolutely believe that you should be proud of your body and thankful for your body because it gave you the beautiful family you have, and it does so many amazing things. But at what point are we allowed to say, I'm gonna do something that makes me feel better? Not because of anybody else, but just because I want to. So I'm honestly considering getting some box hair dye already, even though I'm not that old. But the grays are kind of freaking me out. And I honestly think it would make me feel better to know that, yeah, I am still young. And even though I do have some gray hairs shining up there, it makes me feel better about myself to know that they are hidden away. Just like people who wear Spanx. You're just as beautiful as you were without the Spanx, but you probably feel a little more confident now that you have them on. So I will just consider hair dye hair Spanx. Why not, right? So what are your thoughts on this subject? Do you think that you should just continue to go gray early, or would you use hair dye too? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. And also follow us on Instagram at the Millennial Moms Club. If you have any more video ideas, pop them in the comments below, and we would love to hear from you. That's it for today, guys.